So first you have the Trump coin scam, which is just, I don't know how he got away with that. How is that even possible? The president rug pulled, the sitting president of the United States rug pulled his fans and supporters. Have you ever heard of such a thing? He created a digital asset, completely unregulated, this Trump meme coin, and told everybody to buy it. He said it's going to be the basis of the financial system, and this is an investment, all this kind of stuff. Everybody bought it. And then people that he told about it in advance sold all their coins to his fans who were buying in, and they rug pulled it. Trump and his cronies used his voters and supporters as exit liquidity after he won the presidential election to the tune of $600 million. The president of the United States scammed his supporters out of $600 million, not only off of the rug pull itself, but also making money off of every single transaction. The second aspect of it is this World Liberty Financial. This is a cryptocurrency firm, and their main product is a stable coin. So they created a coin that's pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar. It's not a speculative investment. It's meant to serve as a medium of exchange. World Liberty Financial was founded by Steve Witkoff's children. So Steve Witkoff is the president's special envoy. So when we talk to Russia about the war in Ukraine, that's Steve Witkoff. He is the one going to Russia to meet with Putin and Sergei Lavrov. He is the one going to Turkey and Riyadh, meeting with our Russian counterparts. When we negotiate with Iran, directly, indirectly, it's Steve Witkoff every time, going to Switzerland, Italy, Turkey, Oman, Iran, Pakistan. He's the one going and meeting with the Qataris, meeting with the Pakistanis, meeting with the Iranians, meeting with the Saudis, with the Emiratis. He's the one meeting with all the Israelis, the Syrians, Lebanese, meeting with all these people. Steve Witkoff's top negotiator, that guy's children, founded a stablecoin company, which Trump owns a significant chunk of. As a matter of fact, Trump makes 75% of the royalties. 75% of the royalties from World Liberty go to Trump personally. And not only that, the United Arab Emirates purchased $2 billion worth of coins from World Liberty, and then they purchased a 49% stake in the company. And that equity for Trump is worth something like $57 million. Not only that, World Liberty is in talks with Pakistan to talk about cross-border payments. So the president has raked in $1 billion, well over $1 billion, one, from scamming his voters, directly scamming them, selling them something that is worthless, and also profiting off of the transaction fees from selling them something that is worthless. And then the other $700-800 million comes from World Liberty, a firm owned by the children of his top negotiator that does business with Pakistan and the UAE, which he makes royalties off of, and he makes profits from the sale of equity to foreign countries. Have you ever heard of such a thing? And this is, by the way, orders of magnitude more than any other former president. How much money do you think Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama make in speaking fees? How much do they make when they get a seat on a board of a Fortune 500 company? How much did Hunter Biden make when he had his consulting business? He was maybe making millions of dollars. We're talking seven figures. Now, you might think millions of dollars, that sounds like a lot of money. You might think, $1 million a month, that's a lot of money. $10 million in a year, $10 million, that's a lot of money. Trump made $1 billion. He made 1,000 millions in 1 year, scamming his, more than that, by the way, about $1.5 billion, scamming his voters and selling stuff to the UAE, Pakistan, foreign countries, which of course then he was regulating. Not only is he scamming his voters and selling out to foreign countries, but obviously there's a major conflict of interest, which is that his administration will regulate the crypto industry. So he's making money off of an underregulated industry that his administration is in charge of. And also the customers for these companies are countries that he's doing deals with as the sitting president. So months before he gives the UAE access to American chips for their data centers in a huge deal, the UAE buys $2 billion worth of coins from a company he gets 75% of the royalties from, and they buy 49% equity in that very same company. And this is an analogy for how the whole Trump movement works, is it not? Which is to say that the entire thing is a scam. It's a scam, and not only is it that, but it's a scam that his own supporters can't get enough of. I would say that is actually the characteristic attribute of Trumpism. Because you will find that every other politician, every other leader, there's sort of a line that they can't cross. There's some things they can't get away with. Like, for example, when Obama went to Flint, Michigan and drank the water, people were outraged. Or when Joe Biden was unable to stop the conflict in Gaza, lost a lot of support. There's some things that politicians, even popular ones, even charismatic ones, can't get away with. And maybe the defining characteristic of Trumpism is this unshakable cult mentality that no matter what he does, no matter how much he contradicts himself, no matter how much he breaks his promises, betrays the fundamental principles of this entire political movement, even if he is literally rug pulling you in a shitcoin scam, it seems to have no impact on the level of support coming from his base of voters. No matter how much he does to betray them, they will continue to ask for more. They'll continue to vote for more of that. They'll say that he did a good job. He scams his voters out of $600 million. They say, well, that's because he's smart. He made billions of dollars. That's because he's a good businessman. He didn't release the Epstein files. Well, that's because the Democrats made it up. He brought us to war in Iran. Well, that's because the real forever war was Iran's war against Israel and the United States. This is how it goes all the time. And if you're thinking to yourself, gee, how could those people be such idiots? How could you support Trump after he told you to buy a meme coin and then rug pulled it and made money from the transaction fees? How could you continue to support him in spite of that? Well, consider the fact that you and probably every conservative person you know are going to go and vote Republican in the midterms.